Hey plant lovers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are tackling a question I get all the time. Why isn't my snake plant growing? You know the one, the super tough, almost impossible to kill houseplant that, well, isn't doing anything, it's just sitting there. While snake plants are famous for their resilience, sometimes they get a little stuck. But don't worry, it's usually an easy fix. In this video, we're going to dive deep into everything your snake plant needs to thrive, diagnose the common reasons it might be on a growth strike, and give you the pro tips to get it pushing out new leaves in no time. So, if you're ready to turn your stagnant snake plant into a stunning superstar, let's get started. First things first, let's understand what makes a snake plant happy. It all starts with the basics: light, water, and soil. Think about their native environment in West Africa. It's not a dark cave, but it's also not a scorching desert. They thrive in bright, indirect light. Imagine a spot a few feet away from a sunny window, or in a room that gets plenty of natural light all day. If your plant is in a very low-light corner, it will survive. That's what makes them so great for beginners. But it won't actively grow. On the flip side, direct, intense sunlight can actually scorch its leaves, leaving them with yellow or brown, crispy spots. So, finding that perfect balance is key. Next up, and this is the big one, is water. The number one mistake people make with snake plants is overwatering. These plants are succulents, which means they store water in their leaves and are extremely prone to root rot. Root rot is a death sentence for a snake plant. The golden rule is to let the soil dry out completely between waterings, and I mean completely. Stick your finger a few inches into the soil. If you feel any moisture at all, put the watering can down and walk away. When you do water, water thoroughly until it runs out the drainage hole, then let it drain completely. Don't let it sit in a saucer of water. Signs of underwatering are wrinkly or curling leaves, but honestly, it's much better to err on the side of too dry than too wet. And that brings us to soil and pot size. Because they hate wet feet, snake plants need a very well-draining soil mix. A standard potting mix won't cut it. It holds too much moisture. You want something gritty. A cactus or succulent mix is perfect. You can even make your own by mixing regular potting soil with perlite, pumice, or coarse sand. This allows water to flow through quickly and lets air get to the roots. As for the pot, make sure it has a drainage hole. This is non-negotiable. And snake plants actually like to be a little bit root-bound, so don't be in a rush to put them in a massive pot. A pot that's too big holds excess soil, which holds excess moisture, and we're right back to the risk of root rot. All right, now that we've covered the fundamentals, let's troubleshoot the most common growth inhibitors. Problem number one, as we've touched on, is incorrect watering. So how do you fix it? Get on a schedule of checking, not a schedule of watering. Depending on your home's temperature and humidity, you might water every 2 weeks in the summer and maybe only once a month or even less in the winter. The soil will tell you when it's time. If you suspect you've been overwatering, gently pull the plant out of its pot and check the roots. Healthy roots are firm and white or light tan. If they're brown, black, and mushy, you've got root rot. You'll need to trim off all the rotted parts. Let the plant air dry for a day, and repot it in fresh, dry, well-draining soil. Problem number two is insufficient light. Your plant might be surviving in that dark hallway, but it won't be growing. If you want to see new pups and taller leaves, you have to give it more energy, and light is its food. The solution is simple. Move it to a brighter spot. An east-facing window that gets gentle morning sun is ideal. A spot near a south or west-facing window, but shielded from the harshest direct rays by a sheer curtain, also works great. If you live in a place with limited natural light, don't despair. A simple LED grow light can make all the difference. You don't need a fancy, expensive setup. A basic grow bulb in a regular lamp fixture, running for about 10 to 12 hours a day, will give your snake plant the boost it needs to start growing again. Problem 3, nutrient deficiency. Snake plants are not heavy feeders, so this is less common than light or water issues, but it can happen, especially if a plant has been in the same soil for years. The main sign is slow or stalled growth, and maybe the leaves look a bit pale or less vibrant. The solution? Fertilize, but do it carefully. Only feed your snake plant during its growing season, which is typically spring and summer. Use a balanced liquid fertilizer formulated for cacti and succulents and dilute it to half the recommended strength. Once a month during the growing season is more than enough. Never fertilize in the fall or winter when the plant is dormant, as this can burn the roots. And never fertilize a dry plant. Always water it first. Let's move on to problem number 4, pests and diseases. While snake plants are pretty pest-resistant, they can occasionally fall victim to common culprits like mealybugs and spider mites. Mealybugs look like little white cottony bits, usually hiding in the crevices where the leaves meet the base. Spider mites are tiny and hard to see, but you might notice fine webbing on the plant. For both, you can treat them by wiping the leaves down with a cloth dipped in rubbing alcohol or a solution of water and a little bit of mild dish soap. For persistent infestations, an insecticidal soap or neem oil spray can be very effective. The main disease, as we discussed, is root rot from overwatering. Prevention is truly the best cure here. Finally, problem number 5 is environmental stress. Snake plants are pretty adaptable, but they do have their preferences. They are happiest in typical household temperatures, between 60 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. They are not frost tolerant, so keep them away from cold drafts from windows or doors in the winter. Sudden temperature drops can shock the plant and halt its growth. They're also not too fussy about humidity, but they do appreciate good air circulation. Stagnant, damp air can encourage fungal issues. Just making sure the air in the room isn't completely still can help keep your plant healthy and ready to grow. Now for a couple of advanced care tips to really get your plant thriving. The first is repotting. Snake plants like being snug in their pots, but eventually they will become too root-bound. You'll know it's time to repot when you see roots coming out of the drainage hole, or when the plant has filled the pot so tightly that it's starting to bulge or even crack the plastic. Choose a new pot that's only 1 to 2 inches wider in diameter. Repotting in the spring gives the plant a full growing season to settle into its new home. This fresh soil and extra space is often the exact trigger a stalled plant needs to send up a bunch of new growth. Another great way to encourage new growth and rejuvenate an older plant is through propagation. If your plant is large and has lots of pups, you can easily divide it. Just take the plant out of the pot and gently separate a smaller section with its own roots. Pot it up, and you've got a whole new plant. You can also propagate from leaf cuttings, which is a really fun process. This not only gives you more plants, but also encourages the mother plant to focus its energy and potentially produce new pups from its base. So, to recap, if your snake plant isn't growing, don't panic. Run through the checklist. First, assess the light. Is it bright enough? Second, check your watering habits. Are you letting the soil dry out completely? Third, look at the soil and pot. Is it well draining? Fourth, consider if it's time for a little bit of fertilizer. And finally, check for pests or environmental stressors. 9 times out of 10, a simple adjustment to one of these factors is all it takes to wake your snake plant up and get it growing beautifully again. These plants are built to survive, but with just a little bit of the right care, they can absolutely thrive. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope these tips help you solve the mystery of your non-growing snake plant. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more plant care guides. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a stubborn snake plant and what you did to get it growing again. Happy planting, and I'll see you in the next one.